Yeah, so important to get off to a good start. No breaks.
First tournament in the Netherlands to carry ranking points since the 1991 European Open, which was also held in Rotterdam. It was won by Tony Jones. He beat Mark Johnston-Allen in the final. That was one of the tournaments in which Mark beat Stephen Hendry. Beat him 3 times out of 3.
Years of practice. Just caught that one a little too thin. Trying to free the black, which he has done. The cue ball coming in and out of baulk. A half chance here. Just not settled as yet. Needs a good, easy chance. Just to get his confidence going.
One.
Well, took the opportunity to go into them. And maybe he will attempt this red to the middle. The pinks there sat waiting. Just didn't catch them full enough. Tough pot to the middle. Nicely played.
And it held its line, didn't it? Conditions already look really nice here.
Didn't play that one well though.
13.
Wanted to come past the reds. And no value for just rolling the red into the middle.
Robert Milkins, 13.
Well, there was the previous pot, as I say, played it really slowly but didn't drift. I think conditions in general, and there are so many tournaments and so many tables for that matter, but in general these days they're really excellent.
Yes, he's in a little trouble here. Coming off the cushion just to try and land up into the reds. Twice across the table then. Well, we'll settle for that. Don't think that was the red he played for. Then cut to the right corner. Straight red just doesn't go.
One.
Well, the pink is available, but it's going to be difficult to get to a red. It's got some kind of an angle, but all the reds seem to be covering one another. The red above the black, and just to the right is the only loose red. Now, whether you can get to that red or not.
Seven.
Well, if you couldn't get to the reds, maybe just touching up behind the green would have been an option.
Robert Milkins. 7.
Just seems to be playing it a little casually at the moment, but that's his game. That's how he plays it.
Jürgen Gruson is the referee. In fact, Jürgen broke off a family holiday to attend the World Snooker Awards in London in May. He was in Spain with his wife, came to the awards and then went back to Spain again. Didn't win one, he wasn't up for an award, but he didn't want to miss out on it. Unlike some people, Joe, you picked something up, I seem to remember.
Yes, I think it was a cold.
Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I was very proud to receive that, along with a few other professionals.
Speaking of referees, Jan Verhaas, Dutch referee, was actually on the official poster for this tournament because he's obviously a really well-known face, and I'm sure a proud moment for him to have this tournament on. Oh dear, any damage done here?
Well, if he hasn't left anything there. He's been very fortunate. Yes, he's a star over here, isn't he, Jan Verhaas? And rightly so. Great referee. Well, the red will go. Get into a colour. Not easy. Found the gap between the reds, though. And that was a pretty good shot. Now, he doesn't really need to go in and out of baulk this time if he takes the blue. There is a red over that left corner. Somewhere there would be okay.
Six. Seven.
I think He's just treating this table with a little bit too much respect at the moment. Maybe he's expecting it to be faster than what it actually is. Might have to take the green here to keep the break going. This is a tough blue to the corner. No. By some distance he missed it.
7.
I'd like to get that blue back on its spot as quick as possible. I don't think he can reach it as a right-handed player. Well, he can he? Not quite. Well, that hasn't gone according to plan.
4.
Played for the red, that's to the left of the pink spot, directly above the black. It's 3 or 4 feet out of with this positional play there.
Robert Milkins.
But his safety play has been very good. And there's another example. Well, it should be right back in there behind blue and yellow. Just a little harder, and he had him. He found the line. And that's a pretty good safety. He's got the snooker. The smallest fraction harder last time round. And Milkins would have had the same shot. Oh, but that's not a bad shot. Not sure if he played for that red or the 2 just below the pink spot, but either way, good escape. Left a red to the left corner. They really do need to start going in though. These are shots that he would easily pot if he was playing on one of the side tables.
1.
But another good chance now for Milkins. He could play the blue, get the blue back on its spot. But if the black goes, it won't really matter. Pink will go to the right middle and the left middle maybe.
Robert Milkins has the distinction of having made 2 147s in the World Championship, but unfortunately for him, they were both in the qualifiers, so he didn't get the big money jackpot, but still a fine achievement.
$13. 20. 21.
All those years in qualifiers, but if he can keep his top 16 place when the World Championship comes round, he'll be seeded through to the Crucible. Of course, he could get in the Masters as well for the first time, so these are exciting times for
28.
Milkins.
29.
Well, that was frame ball.
36.
Beg your pardon. There's a red up there by the balk line that I missed. But that was. And when he gets going, he looks so good, doesn't he? Plays very quickly.
44.
Yes, he's maintained that sort of game, but he's mixed in a bit of discipline when it comes to safety play as well, and that's why I think he's done so well. It's been attitude and temperament. He's not changed his game necessarily, but he's maybe a little bit more mature about the way he plays now. Steadman has had chances in
49.
both of the opening 2 frames, but he's going to go 2-0 down shortly.
50.
Yes, and it's going to get harder for him. Especially when he sees Milkins walking around the table like this. Getting his touch, his feel.
55. 56. Thanks. 59. 61. 64. 68. 73.
Well, he's in the form of his life, that's the bottom line. This last year he's played some terrific snooker, and he's played some terrific snooker in this break as well. Ah,
86.
lovely clearance of 86 from Robert Milkins. After the initial sparring in that frame, when he got that chance, he took it really well. He leads Craig Steadman here in Rotterdam by 2 frames to 0.